On June 5th, 2025, we pause to remember those who helped us hear more deeply, think more clearly, and live more fully. From the sacred halls of theology to the high-octane pulse of sport and the rhythm of gospel and rock, these lives shape culture, community, and conscience. Today, we remember those who didn't just pass through life, but left trails of wisdom, spirit, and sound behind them. Bob Andrews was the soul behind the keys, an English keyboardist who infused bands like Brinsley, Schwarz, and the Rumour with timeless texture and groove. His playing was more than accompaniment. It was a signature, from the smoky clubs of the pub rock scene to the polished studios of record producers. Bob shaped the sound of a generation on both sides of the mixing desk, whether rocking alongside Graham Parker or fine-tuning a future hit. He brought an artistry and authenticity that musicians admired and fans adored. His influence hums on in every chord and chorus he touched. Bill Atkinson quietly changed the way we interact with the digital world, a cornerstone of the original Apple Macintosh team. He helped craft a graphical user interface that would redefine computing. His work on software like MacPaint and HyperCard paved the way for the apps and interfaces we now take for granted. Diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, Bill continued to inspire with courage and clarity until the very end. More than a programmer, he was a visionary, someone who saw beyond the screen to the human need for creativity and connection. His code lives on, not just in systems, but in the way we think. Walter Brueggemann's voice echoed in pulpits, seminaries, and hearts across the world. A towering figure in biblical scholarship, he brought the Old Testament to life, not as distant scripture, but as a mirror to our present condition. His sermons and writings blended poetry and prophecy, challenging readers to embrace justice, compassion, and truth. Brueggemann believed that Scripture was not just a text, it was a call to action. His teachings comforted the broken and stirred the complacent. In every prophetic word he spoke, he reminded us that faith is not a relic, but a living, breathing force for change. Kenneth Buzbee was a steadfast voice in Illinois politics, serving over a decade in the state Senate during times of both growth and tension. With integrity and persistence, he helped shape legislation that prioritized education, fairness, and forward-thinking reform. Beyond the chamber, he was a mentor, a neighbor, and a bridge between generations of public servants. His leadership was marked not by headlines, but by heart, by the quiet dignity of someone who believed in service above self. Eddie Garcia lived the dreams of Friday Night Lights and Sunday Glory. As a standout at SMU and later a trusted leg for the Green Bay Packers, Eddie's presence on the field brought power, precision, and poise. It was his character off the field that left a greater mark, humble, hardworking, and always ready to uplift others. Whether mentoring young players or serving his community, Eddie's life was defined by more than yards gained. It was measured in lives touched. Norman Hutchins was a voice for the soul, a gospel musician whose songs like God's Got a Blessing and Battlefield became anthems of hope and perseverance. He brought heaven a little closer with every note. On stages and in sanctuaries, Norman led worship with fire, tenderness, and an unshakable faith. His music was not just heard, it was lived. He sang through sorrow, joy, and redemption, offering every heart a reason to hold on and praise. Norman's voice may now rest, but his spirit continues to rise in every choir and congregation who sing his songs. Wayne Lewis gave us love and melody. As a member of Atlantic Starr and the voice behind timeless hits like Always and Secret Lovers, he rapped raw emotion and polished harmony. Wayne's songwriting captured the complexity of relationships, the longing, the joy, the ache. His smooth vocals became the backdrop of countless memories, first dances and slow dances under summer skies. Beyond the spotlight, he was a creative soul and a caring collaborator in a world often too loud. Wayne gave us music that spoke in whispers and lasted forever. Tom Rafferty was a cornerstone of one of football's most storied dynasties. As an offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, he helped protect legends and pave paths to championships, including the team's Super Bowl XIII victory. But Tom wasn't just a tough player. He was a dependable teammate and a gentle giant off the field. Even after a stroke in later life, he remained a symbol of perseverance, resilience, and class. In every locker room and living room that cheered his name, Tom left behind more than wins. He left a model of what it means to show up, stand tall, and give your all. John Shulock stood behind the plate for over 2 decades, calling balls and strikes with precision, authority, and a deep love for the game. As a Major League Baseball umpire, he witnessed legends rise and history unfold from the closest seat in the house. His firm but fair style earned respect from players, coaches, and fans alike. Beyond the diamond, John was a teacher of the game, mentoring young umpires and preserving the spirit of baseball. His voice may no longer call the play, but the echoes of his calls still ring through every summer inning. Today we say goodbye to the voices behind the sermons, the songs, the plays, and the code. To those who sang hope, wrote wisdom, stood their ground, and played with heart. From gospel stages to Super Bowl Sundays, from keyboards and football fields to lecture halls and legislatures, they each left behind more than memory. They left meaning. Their work is not finished. It lives on in the music we hear, the systems we use, the justice we seek, and the truth we dare to tell. May we carry their stories forward, not just in tribute, but in action. Because when we remember with love, we do not say goodbye. We say thank you.